Okay. All right, just start seated to get your breath, your yogi breathing. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through your nose. Feel your belly rise and feel your belly fall. Go ahead and take one more long round of breath and set your intention, purpose, or dedication for today's practice. Go ahead and seal your intention on your heart. Happy Monday, everybody. We're going to start in down dog today. So go ahead and make your way there. Pedal out your knees, pedal out your heels. Find some movement in your legs. Full breath in, full breath out. And find a nice strong down dog. So press your heels towards your mat. Press the outside pinky toe edge of your foot down and just engage the outside of your legs. So really press down like you're trying to pull your mat apart between your feet. Full breath in, full breath out. Inhale, lift your right leg just hip height. Exhale, place it through to a lunge. Drop your left knee down, lift your hands up, tap your front knee. Now grow nice and tall through your spine and give a little bit of a forward tuck to your left hip. So you're just lightly sending it forward to lengthen your spine. On your inhale, reach arms up. Exhale, cactus your arms out. So focusing on your back body, feel your lats engage, keep that core strong. Inhale, exhale, maybe add a little back bend. Inhale, reach arms up. Exhale, release hands down, tuck toes, lift your back foot, step back, down dog. Full breath in, full breath out. Let's move through a modified vinyasa. So come forward to your high plank. Then just drop your hips down to the upward facing dog. You can flip your toes. Look to the right, look to the left. Tuck your toes, find your down dog. Full breath in, full breath out. Lift your left leg hip height. Place it through to your lunge. Drop your back knee down. Lift yourself up. Hand taps your knee. Give that light tilt of your right hip forward to lengthen your spine. You should feel your quad light up. Inhale, reach arms up. Exhale, cactus your arms. Bring your elbows in towards your waist. Palms can face up. Full breath in. Full breath out. Inhale, reach back up. Exhale, release hands down, tuck toes, lift your knee, step back, down dog. Full inhale, full exhale. Modified vinyasa, come forward to your high plank. Drop your hips, you can flip your toes if you'd like, coming right to the up dog. Look to the left, look to the right, lift back to your down dog. Full breath in, full breath out. Look at your hands. Step, walk, or jump your feet to your hands and fold forward. Find a flat back. Lift your shoulders up hip height. Fold forward, bend knees, reach arms back. Then sweep forward and up to your fierce or chair pose. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Straighten legs, reach arms up. Bring hands to heart center or arms by your sides. Let's take a tree pose. Shift weight into your left foot. Bring your right knee to 90. Take your knee out to the right. Bring your foot to your thigh, calf, or ankle. You can float hands to heart center. You can interlace hands and reach them up or reach both arms out for your branches. Keep your core engaged and lift your heart and chest. So like someone came up to you and grabbed right underneath your ribs, lift that up, little self-assist, lift it. Take one more breath in your tree. Bring yourself back in, hands to heart center, knee to 90. Release your arms by your sides. Release your right leg down. We're shifting right to the left. So weight goes into your right foot. Lift your left knee to 90. Take your left knee out to the left. Place your foot to your thigh, calf, or ankle. Take the arm variation of your choice. Then find that lift through your heart and chest. Grow tall through the crown of your head. Ground down. Walk yourself back in, knee to 90. Arms by your sides. Release your left foot down. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Inhale, reach arms up. Exhale, forward and down, fold. Lift your flat back. Step your right foot back. Inhale, reach arms back. Exhale, sweep forward and up, high crescent lunge. Reach for the ceiling and then settle through hips. We're gonna add a few twists and then hold. So on your inhale, take your right arm forward and left arm back. Exhale, back to your high crescent lunge. Inhale, twist, right arm forward, left arm back. Exhale, center, lunge. Inhale, twist. Exhale, high lunge. Take one more. Inhale, twist, and hold. Pull your left fingertips back. Try to get your shoulders in line with your hips. And then flip your front palm. We're going to reverse our twist. So reach your front arm up and back. You're not going to be able to reach as far as you do when we reverse our warrior because of the twist, but that's okay. Feel your legs holding you. Try to find a little more reach back. Come back to center, high crescent lunge. Plant your back foot, find your warrior two. Take a nice pause. Let's add dynamic movement to our warrior. Inhale, straighten, reach up. Exhale, come through heart center, warrior two. Inhale, straighten, reach. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, straighten your front leg, maybe peek up at your thumbs. Exhale, warrior two. Take one more, reach up, peek up. Come back to your warrior two and pause. Flip your front palm, reverse your warrior, reaching up and back. Bend into your front knee. Reach back. Come back to your warrior two. Bring your hands to your hips and square your hips to the right corner of your mat. Then drop your hips down, coming into bent knee triangle. Bring your forearm to your knee. Then lift your back hip. Place your hand on your heart and chest, just square them to the right. And then reach your right arm up. You have a few options here. You can take a side angle, reaching forward. You can come into a half bind. You can reach through and take a full bind. Settle into your variation. Come back to bent knee triangle. Back up to your warrior two. Cartwheel down to a regular lunge. Step back, high plank. Your choice, you can flow through from here. You can come to a down dog and take a down dog. You can always just take a cobra or a locust through your vinyasa. Meeting in our dog. Lift your right leg high. Curl your knee to your nose, dome and round your spine. Send your right leg up. Hover your right knee forward towards your chest. Now bring your ankle slightly forward and really lift your knee up. So you're really pulling that core up and in, like you're in a high plank, but your leg is dangling like you're about to take a pigeon. Lift your knee, engage your core. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, place it through. Now pop your back leg up, come into a standing split. Left leg is lifted. Your hands can frame your right foot. You can place a hand behind your calf or ankle for support. Maybe you walk both hands up your leg, press into your thigh. It's your choice. Take one more breath, lift. Release your left foot right next to your right foot and take that nice fold forward. Lift your flat back, shoulders lift, hip height. Fold forward, bend knees, reach arms back. Sweep forward and up to your fierce or chair. Strong core, hips are settling. Inhale, straighten legs and reach. Option to add a back bend. Exhale, forward and down, fold. Lift your flat back. Send your left foot back. Inhale, arms reach back. Exhale, forward and up, high crescent lunge. Find your stable base. Feel your strong leg muscles working. And let's add the twist. Inhale, left arm forward, right arm back. Exhale, come back to center. Inhale, left arm forward, right arm back. Exhale, center. Inhale, turn your heart and chest to the right. Exhale, center. Take one more twist and hold. Now reach your right fingertips back. Flip your front palm. Reverse your twist. Reach back a little bit more. Come back to your high crescent lunge. Plant your back foot. Find your warrior two. Full breath in. Full breath out. Flip your front palm. Reverse your warrior. Reach up and back. Find a little more reach. Come back to your warrior two. Place your hands on your hips, coming into our bent knee triangle. Square your hips to the left corner of your mat. Just start to drop your upper body down. Forearm comes on your knee. Lift your back hip. Hands to your heart and chest. Square them to the left. And lift your left arm up. Again, you can take a side angle. You can take a half bind or a full bind. Just hold this pose for a moment. I forgot my watch, so I need to check the time on my computer. Great. Take one more breath. Come back to your warrior two. Cartwheel down to a regular lunge. Step back, high plank. Your choice, vinyasa flow, down dog, maybe walk it out. Any variation in between. Meaning in our dog, lift your left leg high. Curl your knee to your nose, dome and round. Send your left leg up. Hover your left knee forward to your chest like you were coming to a plank. Then take your left ankle towards your right wrist. And really lift your knee up. Pull your core in, all core work here, core engagement. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, place it through. Now staying right here, pop your right leg up, standing split. Lift your back leg a little higher. Maybe wrap a hand or two around your calf, around your ankle. Lift your right leg. Step it next to your left and fold. Lift your flat back. Fold forward, bend knees, reach arms back. Strong core brings you into your fierce or chair pose. Settle through hips. Ground down through feet and legs. Inhale, straighten, reach up, optional back bend. Exhale, forward and down, fold. Find your flat back. Step your right foot back. Inhale, arms reach back. Exhale, forward and up, high crescent lunge, full round of breath. Plant your back foot, find your warrior two. Flip your front palm, reverse your warrior. This time, straighten your front leg, reach up and back. Find even more reach through your side body. Reach, reach back. Come back to center. Place your hands on your hips. Square your hips to the right corner of your mat. Grab your block if you use one. We're coming into a straight leg triangle, so you can place it to the outside of your left leg. So to drop your upper body down. Place your hand on the block or to the floor or to your shin. Lift your back hip. Hand to heart and chest, square it to the right. Then lift your right arm up. Try to find length from the crown of your head to your tailbone. Then find strength in your legs as you ground down through your feet. Take one more full round of breath. Lift yourself back up to standing. Turn your toes in. Coming into our wide-legged forward fold, flip your palms, lift your heart and chest. Palms face down, core pulls in as you hinge forward. Pausing when you're parallel with the floor. Now again, find that length through your spine. Find reach through your fingertips. Release your hands under your face or shoulders. You can always bring them to a block again if you have one. Keep a long spine on this set. We'll round our spine in our next set, but just stay nice and long on this one. Tip weight into the balls of your feet. Then tip weight back into your heels. Just see what that feels like. Tip weight back into the balls of your feet and see if you can send your hips a little higher. Just let your head hang. No tension in your neck. Full breath in. Full breath out. Bring your hands back under your face or shoulders. Lift your hands to your hips. Find a long spine and press yourself back up to standing. Walk your feet into a 2 or 3 foot base and pivot on your heels to face forward. We're coming into a warrior 3 at balancing pose. So reach arms up, interlace fingers, pointers extend. Start to shift weight into your left foot and come onto the ball of your right foot. When you're ready, lift your right leg and hinge into your warrior 3. Your choice on your arm variation. You can bring hands to heart center. You can reach arms back to airplane. Keep your back foot flexed, pressing your heel back towards the back wall. Let your shoulders roll back if you're pressing hands together or arms are back. Now just soften slightly into your front knee and step your right foot back. You're back in your lunge. Now step back, high plank. Your choice, Vinyasa flow, down dog, any variation in between. Meeting in our dog. Separate your feet about hip distance apart. Then transition into a high plank and then a side plank. So feet are hip distance. Shift forward to your high plank. Try to stack your shoulders right over your wrists. Then bring your left hand to center. Spin onto the edge of your feet and pick your right arm up. Now, if you feel steady here in your side plank, try to lift your right leg. So really ground down through your left foot. If you're able to lift your right leg, pull your knee in towards your chest and reach for your right big toe. Now slowly take that right foot forward, land in your lunge. If you didn't quite make it, just slide that foot forward, totally okay. Step forward and fold. Find your flat back, long spine. Fold forward, light bending your knees. This time reach arms out, reach arms up, press palms at the top. Bring hands to heart center. Full breath in, full breath out. We're taking a 2-armed dancer's pose today. So if you're used to taking normal dancers and this feels awkward, feel free to take regular dancers. Let me just adjust this for a second. So stand in your conscious mountain pose, full inhale, full exhale. Pull your right heel in towards your glute.
Reach back and catch the outside of your foot with your right hand. Then reach back and catch the inside of your foot with your left hand. So hands are kind of placed on top of each other, but they're both supporting a different part of your foot. Now kick into your hand, both hands, just like you would in your dancers. Ground down through your left foot first, and then kick back. Option to hinge slightly forward, bringing your heart and chest forward, keeping that kick back. So again, if this doesn't work for you, you can take regular dancers, left arm lifted, right arm kicks. You can always use the wall for support and take your right foot back. Wherever you are, just take one more breath. Then slowly bring your knee back in. Release your foot. Full breath in. Full breath out. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward and down. Fold. Find your flat back. Step your left foot back. Inhale, arms reach back. Exhale, forward and up. High crescent lunge. Full round of breath. Plant your back foot. Find your warrior two. Pull your core in. Flip your front palm. Reverse your warrior. Straighten your front leg. Reach back. Arms come back to a T. Coming into our straight leg triangle, set up your block if you like to use it. Hands to your hips. Hips are squared to the left corner of your mat. Drop your upper body down. Release your hand to the floor, the block, or your shin. Lift your back hip. Square your heart and chest. Reach up. Take one more full round of breath. Lift yourself back up to standing. Turn your right toes in, coming into our wide-legged forward fold. Flip palms, lift heart and chest. Palms come down to the floor as your core engages to hinge forward with a long spine. Pause when you're parallel. Find the length, find reach. Release your hands to the floor or to a block. This time you can reach arms underneath you, letting your head hang, letting your spine round. You can also reach arms forward for a wide-legged down dog. One more full round of breath. Tip in. Bring your hands back underneath your shoulders. Lift hands to your hips with a long spine. Bring yourself back up. Walk your feet into that 2 or 3 foot base and pivot on your heels, facing forward. Coming into a warrior 3, reach arms up. Interlace fingers, pointers extend. Shift into your right foot, come onto the ball of your left. And when you're ready, lift your back leg up. It's one long line from your fingertips to your back heel. Option to bring hands to heart. Option to reach arms back. If you're a little wobbly today like me, that's okay. Just let those muscles work. Now take a light bend in your right knee. Step your left foot back. Plant your hands, you're in your lunge. Step back, high plank. Your choice, down dog, vinyasa, any variation in between. Once you're back in your dog, separate your feet hip distance. Shift forward to your high plank. Center your right hand if you'd like, and spin onto the edges of your feet. Lift your left arm up. We're in our side plank. Really pike your hips up. Lift your hips. Work your core. Now, if you're able, lift your left leg. Once it's lifted, pull your left knee in towards your chest. See if you can grab your big toe. If you can, hinge it forward to your lunge. If you didn't quite make it, just do whatever you need to get your left foot forward. Totally okay. Gaze forward, step forward, and fold. Lift your flat back. Fold forward, let something go. Lighten in your knees as you reach out and up, catching palms at the top, bringing hands to heart center. Full breath in, full breath out. Double dancers. Bend your left leg in towards your heel. Reach your left arm back to catch your foot. And then reach your right arm back to catch your foot. Really stabilize through your right leg. Try to get your upper body centered. And then start to kick back into your hands. If you'd like, you can take the hinge forward. Again, if regular dancers works better for you, right arm up, left arm kicks back. Take what you need to make the pose work for your body. One more breath in your double dancers. Nice and slow, bring your left knee back in. Release your foot. Stand and ground down in conscious mountain pose. Full breath in. Full breath out. Separate your feet the width of your mat. Let's take a yogi squat. Hands come to heart center. Take your toes out slightly and let your knees track towards your toes. Hips settle down towards your mat. Catch your elbows inside your knees. Press your palms. Find that long spine. You have a couple of choices here. You can stay right here in your yogi squat. You can release hands down, taking an inversion, a crow or a crane, an arm balance, I should say. You can also take an inversion if you have a headstand or handstand in your practice. You can always use a block to assist you in any pose. If none of those work for you, we'll eventually meet in our down dog. So either take a few breaths to play or enjoy your yogi squat or jump back to your dog. When you're ready, step, walk, or jump yourself back. Pedal out your feet, pedal out your heels. Enjoy your dog. And then shift forward to a high plank. Option to drop your knees or just lower yourself all the way down to your mat. Let's come into some prone back bends, our focus of the month for April. First, take a moment, just gaze to your right, arms by your sides. Bring your forehead to center. We're starting with a rolling cobra. So bring your arms out like a goalpost. So elbows are in line with your shoulders. Then make spider tip fingers with your hands. So your fingertips are down. It's like you have a tennis ball underneath them, like we normally do in full locust. Now nice and slow. On your inhale, slowly roll your upper body up. Head and neck lift last. And then roll yourself down on the exhale, forehead taps. Feet are pressing down, knees are lifted. Inhale, roll yourself up, peek forward. Exhale, roll yourself down, forehead taps. Just take one more. Slow roll up, peek. Slow roll down, tap. Gaze to the left, release your arms by your sides. Take a few breaths. Bring your forehead back to center. Let's take our full locust, arms by our sides, spider tip fingers again. This time our arms are back like airplane arms. Feet are pressing down. Lift your heart and chest. Lift your thumbs up, palms face out. Hips are grounding you into your mat. Now lift your legs, but don't let your heart and chest sink. Pull your shoulder blades back. Pull your arms back. See if you can get a little more of your thigh off your mat. Reach from both ends. Release everything down. Gaze to the right. Bring your forehead back to center. We're taking skydivers pose today. So bring your hands back to goalposts by your sides and come back to those spider tip fingers. Now bend your knees and lift your legs up. Separate your knees at least hip distance apart. If you want, you can come the full distance of your mat. I prefer hip distance, but up to you, and it could depend on the length of your legs. Now squeeze your heels together. Now actually make flat palms. I don't want you to have spider tip fingers, so flat palms down on the floor. Now lift your heart and chest. Now really squeeze your heels to lift your legs. You're not going to get too far off your mat, but again, see if you can lift just that bottom part of your thigh right above your knee off your mat. Really squeeze those heels. Now engage your glutes. Get your whole back body involved. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release everything down. Gaze to the left. Keep your knees bent and windshield wiper them side to side. Release your legs down. Bring your forehead back to center. Slide your hands under your shoulders and lift up to a tabletop. So elbows are under, not elbows, knees are under hips, wrists are under shoulders. Now press yourself up so that you're standing on your knees, and let's take a camel hinge. So from your knees to your forehead, I want your whole body like a plank. Bring your hands to your low back, but keep that plank-like form. You can tuck your toes if you'd like, or you can keep your feet down. Now again, your whole upper body is just one plank, hinge it back. Feel your quads engage. Take that tight lift of your hips forward, shift of your hips forward, and keep tilting back. If you'd like, you can reach for your ankles or your heels and then send your hips forward, or you can just send your hips forward from wherever you are coming into your camel. Take one more breath. It's harder to breathe in back bends. Slowly bring yourself back up. Bring your knees back together. Sit back on your heels. Hands to your thighs. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Inhale. Exhale. Just lay your hips to one side and bring your legs forward, coming into a reverse tabletop. So send your feet slightly forward. Send your hands back behind you. Fingertips can be forward or back. Just see what feels better on your wrists. Press into your hands, press into your feet, and lift your hips up. You can drop your head back if you'd like. Again, take that tilt of your hips just slightly forward to engage your quads and lengthen your spine. Now squeeze your glutes, focusing on that back body, that posterior chain this month. Lift your hips. Floating pigeon. Shift weight into your left foot. Lift your right ankle onto your left knee. Your hips probably dropped, so lift them up. Really lift your hips up. Take one more breath, lift them up. Release your hips down to the mat. You have a few choices here. I really just want you to feel this in your outer hips. So you can walk your hands in. You can walk your glutes toward your heel or your heel towards your glutes. You can also lay back and take a figure four or a thread the needle if you'd like, if none of these other poses work for you. If you feel okay here and there's no pinch or pain or tension, you can start to walk your left foot over to the right. Come into a double pigeon, stacking your right knee on your left foot, and then left foot is on right knee. I said that backwards. Right foot is on left knee. So opposite, opposite. If you feel like you can go further, you can also start to hinge forward. I'm gonna hold this for a few breaths. So I don't want you to take it farther than you need to. Again, if this was enough for you, just stay here and enjoy the stretch, the sensation of the pose. Don't ever force any struggle, any pain in your body. Take one more full round of breath. Walk yourself back up if you came down. Roll yourself back up if you came on your back. Unravel your legs however you need to. Take them a little bit wider than hip distance and find that nice windshield side to side. Coming back to our reverse tabletop. Set yourself up for success. Walk your feet back in, plant your hands where you need them. Ground down through feet and hands. Lift your hips up. Get those hip flexors working. Squeeze your glutes, get your glutes working. Lift up. Shift weight into your right foot. Stack your left ankle on your right knee. Your hips probably drop, so lift them up. Everybody lift. Release everything down. Walk your hands in towards your glutes. You can walk your heel towards your glutes or glutes to heel. Again, you can stay here. You can roll down onto your back. You can come into the double pigeon. You can hinge forward. Take another full round of breath. Walk yourself back up or roll yourself back up. Separate your feet the width of your mat. Take that nice windshield wiper side to side. Bring your feet back to center. You can either take one more reverse tabletop, or if you'd like, you can take a reverse plank. If you're taking a reverse plank, walk your hands in a little bit closer to your glutes. You're gonna want your shoulders to land right over your wrists. Take your legs long if you're taking the plank. Press down, lift up. Maybe drop your head back, look back and lift. Release everything down. Slowly roll yourself back onto your back. Give yourself a nice quick double knee to chest. Pull your knees in. You can rock side to side if you'd like. Make circles with your hips. You can take your feet up towards the ceiling and take a happy baby. Just whatever nice pause you need. And then bring your knees back in. Take your feet to the floor. Separate your feet the width of your mat. We'll end with a wide-legged twist. Arms out to a T or goalpost arms. Let your knees fall to the right. Stack your right ankle on your left knee, just using it for some resistance to place it down towards the floor and gaze to the left. Bring your gaze back to center. Unstack your ankle. Take one more nice windshield wiper side to side. When your knees fall to the left, stack your left ankle on your right knee. Take your gaze to the right. Bring your gaze back to center. Unstack your left ankle. Take one more windshield wiper. If it feels right, you can take another double knee to chest. When you're ready, send your legs long. Let your feet fall out and palms face up. Let your whole body just melt into your mat. Enjoy your final resting pose, Shavasana. I'm going to mute myself and I'll bring you out with 3 rings of the bell. So enjoy. See you soon. Start to wiggle fingers. Start to wiggle toes, bringing awareness back into your body. When you're ready for a larger movement, hug your knees into your chest. Show yourself some gratitude, give yourself a hug, and thank yourself for making it to your mat this afternoon. Reach your right arm back and roll onto your right side, using your arm for support, falling into fetal position, our position of new beginnings. Recall the intention, purpose, or dedication you set in the beginning of your practice. You have the option to set a new one right here to take you through the rest of your Monday, or maybe even into the rest of your week. Start to press yourself up to seated, facing forward. Bring your hands to heart center. Glance down at your fingertips, tuck your chin. Inhale, sit up nice and tall. Exhale, just let the breath go. Let's bow forward and recognize the peace and light within each and every one of us. Thank you, everybody. Beautiful practice. Good to see you. Happy Monday.